Title: My girlfriend left her laptop open with a document titled Our Future 5-Year Plan. I clicked it. It detailed how she'd get pregnant accidentally, move into my house, then divorce me for alimony after 3 years. I said nothing. Start: She was humming in the kitchen when I found it. The smell of her coffee still lingered in the air, cinnamon and deceit. Her laptop sat open on the counter, screen glowing against the dark morning light. The title caught me first: Our Future 5-Year Plan. It looked innocent enough, hopeful even, something a loving partner might write. Except she wasn't the type to plan. She lived in the moment, or so I thought. Curiosity was the excuse I told myself, but what I really felt was unease, a heaviness I couldn't name yet. So I clicked. The first line was a blueprint for betrayal. Phase 1: Get pregnant accidentally. My breath slowed. Phase 2: Move into his house fully, secure shared finances. Phase 3: Marry before he gets promoted. Phase 4: Divorce within 3 years, alimony plus house settlement. Use emotional leverage if necessary. Every word was a surgical incision. She'd written it like a business plan: timelines, risks, contingencies. Even listed possible emotional manipulation methods, my weaknesses, the jokes I didn't laugh at, the insecurities I never voiced, all cataloged, all weaponized. I remember staring at that document, the cursor blinking like a heartbeat at the bottom of the page. She was in the next room, laughing at something on TV, and I felt nothing. Not anger, not yet. Just stillness. We'd been together 3 years. She came into my life when everything was starting to make sense. Career stabilizing, house bought, plans forming. She made me believe in soft things again. Shared toothbrushes, lazy Sundays, future tense. She talked about forever like it was already happening. She met my parents, cried when my dog died, wrote me notes in the margins of books I loved, all while drafting a roadmap for my destruction. Looking back, the signs were there. Her sudden interest in my salary, the way she'd mention how divorces can be ugly, testing my reactions. Her insistence on shared accounts for convenience. I'd mistaken ambition for love. I didn't confront her that night, or the next. Instead, I forwarded the document to my private email, then to my lawyer. Subject line: For documentation, possible fraud intent. My lawyer didn't ask questions. He knew better. He just said, don't tip her off. We'll build quietly. So I played my part. For 6 weeks, I lived inside the lie, kissed her, ate dinner with her, listened to her laugh. While in the background, I turned our shared life into a paper trail, one she couldn't manipulate. I withdrew her name from every joint account, under the guise of financial restructuring. I installed cameras, disguised as air fresheners. I recorded conversations, her slips about money, her jokes about trapping me. Each one labeled, time-stamped, encrypted. I wasn't cruel, I was methodical. The final trigger came when she faked a scare, held a pregnancy test in her shaking hand, eyes wide, voice trembling. It's positive. It wasn't. I knew because I'd replaced the tests 2 days earlier. She was holding a blank stick. That was the moment I decided it was time. The next morning, I left early, told her I had a meeting. Instead, I met with my lawyer and signed every paper necessary: restraining order, fraud investigation, property protection. By the time I got home, she was pacing, phone in hand. She'd found the document missing from her laptop, found the email I'd forwarded. She'd forgotten I had her login. Her face when I walked in, a mix of panic, guilt, and that flicker of arrogance that made her believe she could still talk her way out. "Why would you?" she started. I raised a hand. "Stop. It's over." She tried tears first, then rage, then confusion as she realized every move she made was already recorded. Every lie, every manipulation filed neatly in a folder with her name on it. I didn't yell, didn't gloat, just handed her a printed copy of the restraining order. "You'll be served formally by tomorrow," I said. "You might want to start packing tonight." The silence that followed was heavier than any scream. By the weekend, she was gone. Left behind a few clothes, some makeup, and the echo of her own plan turned against her. The lawyer called it a clean extraction. I called it balance. In the months that followed, mutual acquaintances whispered. She told anyone who'd listen that I'd ruined her life. But when the screenshots, the recordings, and her own words came out, no one believed her anymore. She vanished from my city, from my feed, from my future. Exactly as she'd written, only this time, I was the author. Sometimes I replay it in my head, that moment before I clicked the file. The split second where ignorance still protected me. If I hadn't opened it, I'd be married by now, probably celebrating a pregnancy that never should have existed, probably paying for my own downfall. Instead, I sip my coffee alone, in the same kitchen where her laptop once glowed. Peace feels quieter than I imagined, like the air right after a storm, heavy, clean, honest. I'm not proud of what I did, but I'm not sorry either. She wrote a plan for our future. I just rewrote the ending.